YouTube, Tom Houston with Tom Houston Photography here, and in this video I'm going to be going over a how-to video on how I got this shot. Someone requested that I go through how I got this shot for them. A gentleman from Dubai asked me via my Facebook page, so I'm making this video for him and anyone else who is curious. So I set up the shot by having the model wearing nude colored underwear just so nothing was distracting in the background if for whatever reason you could see it. She was topless. She was kneeling on the floor and she laid down over top of her knees with her arms outstretched in front of her with her palms up, as you can see here. I took off the tops of 3 roses. All you have to do is grab the petals and give them a good twist and the petals will break off of the stem. It makes a small mess sometimes, so watch out for that. And then I did that with probably 2 or 3 other roses and I laid them on the floor. It looked a little something like that on the floor. And then I had the flash up to the left of the camera. That is why there's a strong shadow underneath this thumb and a lighter shadow underneath this thumb. My settings were ISO 100. It was my 50 millimeter 1.4D at 1.4 with a shutter speed of 1/200th. White balance doesn't matter because I was shooting in RAW. And it was all manual exposure with I used autofocus because it's really hard to focus at 1.4, especially when you're trying to just focus on a rose like that. I had my camera was handheld. I was basically crouching on the floor. As you can tell from the perspective of the shot, I was basically almost resting my camera on the ground when I took this shot. And for editing wise, I sharpened it, and I sharpened it last just because sometimes it can take away some of the sharpness if you do it first. I messed around with the white balance a little just so that everything was white. I increased the exposure just by a tiny bit just to brighten things up a little. I always increase contrast, saturation, and vibrancy. It just allows things to pop a little more. I increased the contrast and blurred her hair just a little due to how her hair was parted. I wanted to just smooth it out just a little bit more. And then I did some skin smoothing on her hands and just all the skin that you can see. I didn't need to do it here because of the bokeh, the very shallow depth of field. And another thing I will say, since that is basically all of the technical stuff, is if you're going to do a shot like this, what I would recommend is, one, you don't have to have your model completely nude. I had my model wearing nude underwear or nude colored underwear, skin color, so that, as I said before, it doesn't come up in the photo. This helps the model be more comfortable in a shoot. So that is pretty much all I have to say about this photo. So if you have any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. If you want me to go through any of my other photos, I'll be more than happy to. So, as I said, this is from my flower series. If you want to see more from my flower series, you can hit up my website. All of my links are down below. If you want me to go over anything, I'm more than happy to. None of my photos are trade secrets, so just ask and I'll answer. So with that, I will end it here. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that answered the questions and helped curiosity. So hopefully you can make photos that look like this. And I will end it here. So again, I hope that helped. And if you have any questions, more than happy to answer them. Cheers.